Kaunti ya Nyeri Wahome Wamatinga amesisitiza kwamba viongozi kutoka eneo la Mlima Kenya hawana budi kuungana na kufanya kazi kwa pamoja ili kufaidi wakazi wa eneo hili. Aidha, Wamatinga amesema kwamba utangamano wake na gavana Kahiga umechangia maendeleo mengi katika kaunti ya Nyeri. Aidha, gavana huyo vilevile ameweza kutoa wito kwa viongozi wengine kusuluhisha migogoro ili kuleta maendeleo. Mwandishi wetu Victor Gadhombe aliweza kulonga na seneta huyu na kutuandalia taarifa hii kwa kina.
Akiongea kwa njia ya kipekee na runinga ya GTN, seneta wa kaunti ya Nyeri Wahome Wamatinga amesisitiza kwamba viongozi wanaotoka katika eneo la Mlima Kenya ni lazima waungane na kutetea haki za wakazi wa eneo hili ili waweze kunufaika.
Mount Kenya politics, we know that Mount Kenya politics have been very dynamic over time. This being one of the regions where people are higher informed. We know that the people are also very ambitious. However, we also know that most of the challenges that have been faced by the people of the mountain region is a lack of singular leadership. That happened in the 80s, it happened in the 90s, it's happened in the 2000s, it's happening again. However, we would want to advocate the leadership of Mount Kenya that we know that we must get united for a common purpose, and the common purpose we have right now is to work for the common mwananchi, to ensure that our people get fair prices in coffee, in tea, in milk, in pyrethrum, in macadamia, and avocado. And we can only do that if we have and we pull together as a united front, and we bring ourselves together and have a common bargaining power so that we can be able to bargain for goodies from the national government for our people.
Wamatinga amesisitiza kwamba atakuwa katika mstari wa kwanza kuhakikisha kwamba mchakato wa kuimarisha ukulima unanawiri ili kuwafaidi wakulima.
Moving forward, we'll be putting a lot of pressure on the agricultural sector, especially because I sit in the agricultural committee. We would putting a lot of pressure on the ministry so that the operationalization of the laws that we put in place will be effected as soon as possible so that the farmers can get to benefit.
Wamatinga ambaye aliibuka kati ya maseneta waliofanya vizuri katika seneti amewashtumu viongozi wanaoongoza ufisadi nchini, akisema kwamba atawasilisha mswada katika bunge la seneti kuhusu swala hili, akisema kwamba wafisadi watalipa fedha kama hizo kutumia mali yao.
We must also come to the realization that most of the practices that have been practiced by some of the CSs and PSs has been in the name of a community, while we know that very well that they do not share the roots with the community. They use the money they make for their own benefit, for their family's benefit, and therefore that's why I'm presenting a bill that will seek to reinforce Chapter 6 of the Constitution that calls for public servants to have high integrity and to take responsibility for whatever decisions they make with their own money, with their own wealth, if the country loses money. This moving forward is something that we are going to fight on. We are going to say that Kenya is for every Kenyan. It's not about religions, it's not about ethnic minority groups. It is about Kenya as a country, and we must have laws that protect Kenyan and the wealth of the Kenyans.
Aidha, Wahome Wamatinga amesema kwamba utangamano wake na gavana Kahiga umechangia pakubwa maendeleo katika kaunti hii. Vile amewarai viongozi kutoka kaunti zinazoshuhudia migogoro kuketi chini kwa pamoja na kutafuta suluhu la kudumu.
Quite happy that we were able to close the year with a good performance. I was selected as the best improved senator and the second best in the Republic, behind Senator Edwin Sifuna. We've held a meeting between the Council of Governors and the senators where we agreed to have a deliberate working formula where the chairs of the committee, I share the Energy Committee, will be engaging their counterparts in the Council of Governors and trying to craft out a working formula so that we reduce the friction and we reduce the infighting between the governors and the centers. It has not worked in sub-counties. I'm happy to report that it has worked for us in Nyeri County. This is one of the counties where the governor and the senator are able to sit down on a loud table and discuss issues, and that is why you see that the county government of Nyeri has been also rated as one of the best performing with the county assembly being rated as the best performing in the republic. Moving forward, I would want to urge the other senators and the other governors, it is important to note that even buffaloes do not graze together because they love each other, they graze together because they have to protect one another. We must realize that we have an abrogation and we have a constitutional duty to protect devolution.
Seneta wa kaunti ya Nyeri Wahome Wamatinga ameahidi kwamba atazidi kutetea wakaazi wa Nyeri katika bunge la Seneti ili kuhakikisha kwamba Nyeri inazidi kupaa. Nikiripotia nyumbani mwa vipaji na talanta runinga ya GTN, jina langu ni Victor Gadhumbi.
Naam, huyo ni